In this episode, I wanted to tell every woman out there what to do, what is their self worth in every stage of life, and we figured that out. We discussed today about what is important for a woman as soon as she is born, education, her career, her choices, marriage, um, life after marriage, responsibilities. We spoke about life after uh, marriage and responsibility. That is what gives her true happiness. Welcome back to AccentAri, everybody. This is your host, Aratrika from AccentAri. We know AccentAri stands for All Things Confident English, confidence building, public speaking, glow up. Overall, we want to just appear confident and nail every circumstance in life. Today, I dedicate this episode on AccentAri especially to all the women out there for Women's Day. So let's see how women can spend their lives being the best version of themselves. And today, for this discussion, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Professor Sneha Vadvi, who is here with us to discuss these essential questions about women. Well, Dr. Professor Vadvi is an accomplished academician, an academic head at professor and a professor at ASBM, Allard University, Pune. She's also a dedicated researcher, author, and a mentor with over 11 years of teaching experience in finance and management. Having written two books in financial management and being a financial advisor herself, she's contributed significantly to research. She continually guides students towards academic and professional excellence, along with her professional achievements. Doctor is a devoted homemaker, a mother who beautifully balances family and her career. Her journey truly represents and reflects resilience and leadership. I'm glad to say Dr. Professor has a spirit of women empowerment in her. We are truly delighted to have Dr. Professor Wadvi as our Women's Day special guest today. Welcome, Dr. Professor Sneha Wadvi.
Thank you so much for the heartwarming introduction, Aritrika ma'am. Well, I truly believe here there is no learning limits, so I'm into a teaching field. Yes, you are my mentor, you are my helping guide. As a professor, I'm working on my communication skills even today also, only under the because of your guidance, ma'am. You are also a counselor to me where it creates a warm, friendly environment for learning. So, which will be the best part from your side? What I learned, I have seen a differences where difficulties in a communication skills where I have learned so many skills from you. Thank you for that. And also, I also follow the so many things, advices from you. I'm excited to appear on your this channel where it is helping for me on this occasion and also on the occasion of Women's Day special.
Oh
Thanks.
my God, this is so heartwarming. Thank you so much for this warm welcome as well. Thank you so much. Dr. Professor is correct when she mentions she does take communication lessons and she does train herself every single day. I asked Dr. Professor that you take classes in front of literally millions of students. Why do you need communication anymore? Like she's like, no, I want my voice to reach internationally, not just in Pune in my university. I just want to level up for the best and best. This is the spirit she carries. Okay, Dr. Professor is a lady who's lived through quite a lot of years. If it's appropriate, which year were you born in, Dr. Professor?
Oh, it's, as a lady, it's a difficult task, but I can say it in a bracket where I'm born between
Correct.
1985 to 1995.
Okay, that really gives us a proper that gives us a bracket to estimate that doctor has lived through quite many years to be able to tell us she's the perfect guest today to be able to tell us how were women and how what was women empowerment like in her times and how is it today. So that brings me to the first question today. Well, how do you define yourself, Dr. Professor? How do you introduce yourself?
I identify as myself as an academician pursuing a career in the same domain in a finance. Also, I'm a personal, if I'll talk, I'm a loving mother, a devoted homemaker who is balancing my family and a career with endless dedication. I definitely see myself as a strong woman.
That's a very good way to talk about yourself. You have a great view. So, yes, of course, this is something that others can also define you as. But my question, if I make it more precise, how do
Mhm.
you see yourself as a woman in your own eyes? Who are you in your own eyes if you keep aside the society for a moment?
In my eyes, I'm a quiet and strong woman who faces life challenges with positivity and career growth my own way around the things. Even though I'm often surrounded by certain challenges, I find my path and come out for the growth of myself.
Very well said, Doctor. Very well said. Um, Challenges is a part of everyone's life, and especially women out there, right?
Definitely, yes.
So, Doctor, by your response, what I understood, and I truly agree with you, that women should certainly make sure that they build new ways and how they react to the circumstance around them, like how they decide to respond to the problems around them. That really makes or breaks the situation. That is very true, and I believe that. So, women, you will face a lot of challenges around you. But the most important thing is how you choose to react to these challenges, right? So, doctor really wants to say that if you have challenges around them, make your own way out of it. We are women. We've been designed to be ever so strong to be able to make our way through things. So, challenges is a part of not just your life, everyone's lives. So, yeah, just make your own a way to get out of it and make sure that you respond to things carefully because how you react to circumstances really makes and breaks your life and things. Next question to doctor, which brings me, we understand that women have to balance between so much, every time there's responsibility. But the most important thing to all the women out there, what is your view about education? How important is education, career for women?
Education and career were both are very important for women today because they provide independence to women, confidence, and strong identity to anyone, so that there is a requirement of education. If every woman should have the freedom to choose her own career path. Even in today's time, we'll see that many women are told to prioritize family first, consider their career as a secondary. It's only a time where time permits, and they will go for the choices which are often influenced by the elders. So that is a mental pressure what I have saw
See,
in my life or in my surroundings. Mental pressure for women faces in a society which is often not fully understood, but yet they can continue to manage everything with a strength and positivity.
true. Absolutely, absolutely. Very well said. So yes, education and career is not just like important, it's everything. So if you're thinking, what is my worth? What is my worth as a woman? It's gonna be established only by the education and by the career you decide. Because it's gonna help you be empowered because the money you earn, whatever you earn, you get independence of choice. Well, now that brings me to the next question. You did mention once, Doctor, that you had a friend. You were lucky to have like access to education, but you had a friend side by side, alongside, who was forced into marriage and she did not have access to education. So this really brings the disparity that women back then and did not have that much independence. So how lucky do you consider yourself?
Definitely, I'm lucky more enough because not restriction towards the education, especially when I'm choosing my career, my education, my family supported a lot. Even though after my marriage, there is a restriction of age regarding marriage where I have got married at the age of 21,
Right.
22. But my father supported as a education growth. He said that there should be a continuation of the education should be required as to be an independent woman. So I continued my education after my marriage. So I should thankful to my family also, where they have supported for my development of my education, my career growth. So decision and a support where society also need start giving the society start working on together, where woman has to believe to identify herself.
Correct, correct. Thanks to your father. He had a progressive mindset, thanks to your in laws, like who basically supported. Because women, it's not just about our own choices. If there are no such circumstances, if people don't make the environment easy for us to bloom, to accomplish things that we want to do, thanks to everyone around us that makes us, supports our dreams and supports everything. It's just not women. Everyone needs a supportive environment to be able to do the best. Think about your own husband. If you were not managing things back at home, would he be able to go and work at peace? Not at all. So it's not just a matter of women. Even when I step out to work, it's important that my parents or someone at home takes care of things. So it's just someone we always need to be grateful for. That's fantastic. More power to your family that we have Dr. Professor just because of them. Now, the most important thing next that comes is marriage. Women are often pushed to marriage. So now my question is, women, we understood that education and career is so important as per Dr. Wadley and as per me too. Focus on your education, focus on your career, have the access to it, you'll be sorted. But what about marriage? Is it an important entity? Is it an important thing to do in the current times?
In my perspective, marriage is not a compulsory milestone, but a personal choice. Even though women today are independent and may earn equally, or I can say that even more than men, emotional and mental support from a compatible partner, which will be value added for a life.
Absolutely.
So, from my perspective, marriage should be based on the mutual understanding and the respect and their compatibility, not a
Correct. This
social
is a very
pressure.
progressive view. I'm very glad that, Professor, you think in this manner that if you girls want to have protection or you want to feel protected, it's not marriage anymore. The answer is not marriage anymore. Marriage does not make anyone protected. Your protection is your own independence, your own financial independence in your career. So if you want to feel protected and happy and established, marriage is not the answer, definitely. Go focus on your career. Go focus on monetizing yourself. Make sure you have like you're doing something, you're adding value to something that really helps you get paid. And when you get paid, you have the independence to choose how to spend your own money. That brings me to the next question. Very well said, Doctor. So, marriage is not a compulsion, but do you think women should create a very personal or a separate identity other than a personal life? For example, other than being a mother, sister, other than being a wife, do you think a woman should call herself something like it could be a lawyer, a teacher, anything, an engineer, a doctor? Should she be creating an identity out of that? How will this identity help her life till death?
Yes, I strongly believe over here that women should have an identity beyond their family, beyond their personal life. So, family is very important, but individual growth, recognition, and financial independence give a woman long term stability and self respect. As your question says, ask that what would be stability of a woman under until her death. So on that time I can say that what would be if my responsibility complete at on the certain age, like my daughter, she has get into the her career and her growth, what about my self
Exactly.
identity, what about my career? So it's very important for a woman that first to build her career which will be supporting for her till her death. So after her career, so woman create her own identity which will be supporting, which will be helping for creating my social identity. So that will be helping a lot, that I can say.
Perfect. What a progressive mindset and what a wonderful view to hold. Point by this Dr. Professor really means that she says that career is everything, literally. Once your children step out the door, once the responsibilities diminish at home, what is left for a woman to live on? What is there for a woman in the end? How can you make your life fulfilled after all the responsibility, family, personal life, all of that is gone? What's left for you? It's your personal identity that you create outside your personal life. For example, if you're, for example, Doctor is a professor. She
Yes.
can forever write books, contribute into research and thesis, to keep teaching, even though her daughter steps outside the door. So, Doctor, I think this is what she means. And yes, if you're a woman, it's important to financially stable yourself, to make sure you create a career out of you. And that's what Doctor contributed so efficiently in this episode. So, what is your view in terms of your daughter? Like, what do you advise your daughter and everyone on this episode?
Oh, yeah. So here I can say that don't restrict a daughter as she should be in that surrounding, or she has to choose their career as per the family, how the background would be. No, it is her choice. Daughter should
Choose
choosing her own career and also a life partner. Everything decision goes to her. But as a parent, as a woman, so what should I do? I should show her a path. So I should give a guidance
as a
which would
mother,
be the better way.
Dr. Professor means that it's your duty to enlighten her about what could happen, what could possibly happen. As a mother, it's only your job is to let the child know, guide her on it, that what could be the possible outcomes, but let her make her choice. Never pressurize your own daughter for something. And Doctor has always mentioned that she never wants to create a disparity or a difference in how she would have raised her son and how she's raising her daughter. Both have individual freedom. And by that, she also means that whatever she's gone through, she does not want the same to go through in terms of a daughter. So there are no restriction in terms of your daughter. No restriction of choice, no restriction in what she wants to wear, where she wants to go, what she wants to pursue as a career, what she wants to do. This really shows us that Dr. Professor is not just like a very, very, very good teacher. She's also a fantastic mother, and uh, a fantastic daughter-in-law, daughter, a mother, a sister, everything. That women pour out their best when it comes to family. Um, so how does she get rewarded finally? Like, how does she live when life is about to be over, when she's really old? What really matters?
Yes, it's a very important for women. that she need to build her career. So because that will give her that career will give her support till her death. After her career or after her responsibility, what next she can do? So that is the career, her self identity, self growth. So that will be living her with her till her death. So career matters a lot here.
Yes, absolutely. She said exactly what I personally believe in. So, doctor, for example, you're a professor. So, when the house responsibilities diminishes, when there are hardly any responsibilities, and you age, your daughter's done with her degree, she's out the door, she's done with her degree, and she is living her own life. What do you do? Who do you live for yourself, of course. Like that time you can write your own books because thankfully you have a career of your own. You can take classes, you can go on podcasts, interviews. You have so many things to do. You have like still something to live for. So this is what you agree, right? This is what you agree to. Is this what you
Yeah,
is this what you meant?
yeah, this is what in this age we feel like, or men feel like it's your responsibility of a personal life only. But what next after my major responsibility complete? So my identity only remains, that identity only built through my career growth, my education. Who am I right now? I can say that I'm a, as even though I'm a mother, I'll say that myself as I'm a professor. After my responsibility complete, I can continue my professorship with all major book writing or doing some research work. So those are all help for me for my till my death.
Correct. Absolutely. You really made me so glad with that response. My heart is like filled right now. I'm too full to be able to say a single word. Though your worldview, even though you lived through various years, your worldview as a woman is very progressive. And I'm so glad to have had this discussion. We discussed today about what is important for a woman as soon as she is born, education, her career, her choices, marriage, um, life after marriage, responsibilities. We spoke about life after uh, marriage and responsibility. That is until her death. What gives her true happiness. So I really, really would like to tell all the women watching today, all the women, no matter at what age, at what um, time period, at what um, era you are living in, make sure that you build a career for yourself that can carry you through your life until your death. You're sorted. You have something to do and you have something to live for. Yes, your personal life does make you, but ultimately, what's going to live with you is your personal identity. Who are you? What is your worth? And what kind of value are you adding to the world as a teacher? As a professor, as a engineer, as a doctor, various fields. There are like endless. Like you can be a designer, you can be anybody. Okay, so it was really, really a fantastic episode today, but I would like to end this episode with a very important piece of advice. Having lived through these many years, what are the top few tips or a top few advice you'd like to give to all the women living in this century today, Dr. Professor?
Here I will say that come out from the box, see the world, thinking as if you respect yourself, the world will learn to respect you. So you must believe on your voice and never underestimate your worth, your strength, and your reality. So that will help you a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. What a beautiful message you sent across. And I think you've been super, super clear in giving your message out there. Professor Vadvi, you've made me so, so overwhelmed with your responses, and I think you have a fantastic worldview. And so we have given women a few, and that is a fantastic piece of advice. Absolutely a class apart. Thank you so much for being a guest over here. And to all the women watching out there, to all the fantastic women watching out there, no matter what, you're going to school, you're in college, you have a daughter, you're married, you're unmarried, whatever might be the case, make sure you build your own identity. So let's not just be great mothers, great daughters, sisters, wives, whatsoever. We are going to do that because we're naturally nurturers, givers. Let's not forget to give ourselves uh, before giving out to the whole world, pouring our best to the whole world, make sure you give to yourself by gifting yourself and creating a self worth with a fantastic career. Dr. Professor, I would really, really request you to have more such discussions with us in the future because it was a complete pleasure having you with us on this Women's Day special episode.
And I will say big thanks to you to giving this opportunity to interacting. And somewhere today I had talked from my heart, so I come out from the so many thoughts. So it will also helping me this stage where I can work on somewhere more on myself. So thank you for this
Welcome.
opportunity.
In this episode, I wanted to tell every woman out there what to do, what is their self worth in every stage of life. And we figured that out. Dr. Professor has helped us with all that, with all her responses. And it helps you, doctor. It helps me too to finally find my worth. Like, what am I doing? What actually matters? Your career. Our career
Yeah,
matters. It takes us
yeah,
through,
I believe
it
that.
walks us through the life, right? Professor, we want you for more discussions in the future. I remember there was a time when Professor said that, I find it very hard to express my emotions in this language and communicate. How did you feel today after communicating thoroughly in English and you spoke your heart out? How did you feel?
Yeah, some right now I'm feeling like I got the path of communication from your side. So your guidance make me a feel to be express myself in this language. So some people they will say that like, or even myself I'll say that it is a difficult part to come out of my heart with rather than with a mother tongue. So here I started working on myself and I start expressing my thoughts, my heartful thoughts in front of you only because of you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you very
You're
much for the
welcome. This is
support.
my job, and it gives me great pleasure to help women like you to feel empowered and just a better version of yourself. May more power to you. May God bless you, and may you get the best opportunities. So, if you haven't really known Dr. Wadvi yet, Dr. Wadvi is a fantastic financial advisor. She has her own YouTube channel, so if you want to follow Dr. Wadvi for sure for fantastic, easy financial tips with her knowledge, she's going to eliminate us and she's going to give us more financial tips. So go ahead and subscribe to Dr. Vadvi's channel. I'm going to provide the link down in the
Okay.
description. And it has been a pure joy. Happy Women's Day to all the fantastic women out there. Would you like to wish them?
Yes, from my side, yeah, from my side to Happy Women's Day and start encouraging yourself for your development.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Professor, and happy Women's Day. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, Happy Women's Day. See
Bye
you. Bye bye,
bye.
everyone.